Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Divorce Court. I'm Judge Addie, and this week we are actually going to be meeting on a Zoom conference. You guys will be meeting a couple and their daughter and seeing how things go with them. Will they end up together again? I guess you'll have to wait and find out.
Hi everyone, my name's Regan. I'm here today with my husband Zach to talk about a lot of our communication issues. We've been really struggling lately, and it's affecting our family and especially our little daughter Liv.
Hello, I'm Zach. I'm sadly married to Regan, and the only reason I'm here today is because we have a daughter together, so I'm looking out for her best interests. I don't really care about my wife crying and not being able to formulate a sentence about how she feels. I'm only here to benefit our daughter today.
My name is Liv, and I am the daughter of Zach and Regan. I'm 13, and yeah, I'm just constantly listening to them fighting, and it's getting a little bit boring.
All right, everybody, welcome to Divorce Court. First things first, we're going to hear from Zach about Reagan's communications issues.
Yeah, Judge. So basically, Reagan's just a self-absorbed bitch.
He doesn't listen, literally does it all the time. Oh, did he just call me a bitch?
She's always preoccupied with herself. And I think if she could have married her reflection in a mirror, she probably would have. She never leaves me alone. It's always bringing up something from the past. She's always kitchen sinking me. Isn't that what it's called? She brings up everything that I've ever done wrong. And I'm quite honestly, I'm sick and tired of it. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
All right, let's move on to the next issue. Reagan's going to tell us about what's going on with Zach.
So basically, he just never listens to me. He's always interrupting me. Sometimes I'm just trying to tell him about my day or about our child, and
I don't even interrupt her. She's just so scattered all the time. I'm just trying to help her put together a damn thought.
doesn't even listen, and he's just so mean. And he just interrupts me when I'm trying to talk about my family. Oh, were you interrupting? Were you interrupting?
It's not my fault you're sobbing like a little bitch on camera in front of these two people. You're embarrassing us, not only in front of our daughter, but in front of this judge. You can't even put together a thought.
I really don't get paid enough for this.
Me with your potty mouth, your trash mouth, coming in here with your hat on backwards, thinking you're just the shit. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Whatever.
Get out. Get out of my daughter.
Come on, guys, seriously. They always do this.
Order in the court. Order in the court. All right, guys, the last person that we're going to hear from today is Liv. Liv, do you want to tell us what you're thinking?
Well, yeah, you guys just constantly fight all the time, and you only ever take notice of me when you want me in the middle and I'm the prize of your stupid arguments. And yeah, like the other day, I was sitting in my interpersonal communications class, and we were talking about attachment styles, and I definitely have a fearful attachment style, which is negative communication between parents and children. And let's be honest, you only take notice of me when I'm a prize in something. So yeah, it just sucks.
All right, guys, I think I've heard enough. Throughout this court case, I have been taking some notes, and I've come up with quite a few pointers to help you guys in your relationship if that's something that you want to do. So the first one I want to talk about is listening mindfully. So you guys just need to consider the other person's side in the argument. Like, even if you disagree, you should respect each other enough to want to hear them out. Just imagine being in their shoes. You would want to be heard, so why don't you give them the opportunity to as well? The next one is to look for points of agreement. You aren't always going to agree on everything. A shared belief can serve as a link between you guys and help you solve the greater issue at hand. You also need to focus on the positives that you do have. Why do you want to focus on everything that you can argue about when you can focus on the things that you do agree on? The next point is to imagine how you'll feel about this in the future. Right now, you guys are arguing constantly, and it doesn't feel good. So before you get into a situation where you have to feel like this, you should think about how it can impact your future, and imagine how life would be after the conflict if you chose the easier solution to the problem. The last point I want to say is to aim for a win-win conflict. A win-win situation is where both parties end up happy with the results. So why not aim for something like that? You don't want to be selfish and just wanting to please yourself, and you need to take your family into consideration when you guys are arguing. So aim for that win-win conflict. All right, guys, now that I've given you my pointers, have you made a decision on how you want to move forward in this relationship?
I mean, I think that even though we have our problems, my wife is really emotional and sometimes it's extremely annoying. We have our child to think about. And so I'm willing to give some of that advice a chance.
For our daughter, who is clearly stressed because she doesn't even sound like us, I would just like to say that I will definitely work with my husband. I do love him deep, deep, deep down there somewhere. And I thank you, Judge Addie, for all you've done for us. I think we need to try and be a family.
I just want to be a big, happy family again.
You wouldn't believe the day I had today.
Oh, really? Tell me what happened.
Well, we had 2 people fighting over.
Hot. That is hot.